Welcome back, folks, to Pigs TV. I'm your host, Pigs, as usual. So, in a map called Desolation, so this is a high-grade map, high-graded players, almost in the 50s. It's very difficult these days to find the higher ones. But anyway, let's. Zedalor is on Cortex, and we've got his opposite on spotter enemy on Armada. So, like I said, this should be a high grade. So this would be very interesting. It's probably one of the highest ones I've had on the channel so far. Zedalo is definitely a player to watch. Very good. I've seen him a few times before. Watched some of his matches. Very good. Not met Spotter Enemy before. I'm not seeing him before either. So, normal build. Nothing out of the ordinary yet. And certainly nothing out of the ordinary for his opposite number as well. So not much going on yet, but they'll get there. So what's he going to do? He's sending some rascals out, which the opposite number is the rover. So he's obviously on vehicles, and we're on bots. So vehicles should be, well, depends on how they're going to do this. We'll move out. See, they're going around each other, which is, oh no, there's a split. So they are going to see each other now. I thought one's going to go one way, one's going to the other. So it's definitely a catch-22. Are they going to see? Yeah. So he knows he's sending them out. So is he going to put any protection there? Maybe not. These guys definitely know what they're doing. The couple of ticks should take out the rascal anyway, or at least shoo it away. So, but there is obviously another one coming around the back as well, which he can't see at the moment. So it probably takes some of this wind out at least, which would be good. Or it might go for the metal, or no, or nothing. Interesting play. They're very cagey with each other. Definitely. Well, I suppose there would be. They are high, We're talking, like I say, 1 on 48. Zedalo is on 48, and is on 47, so they are really high. I mean, years ago, that would be like a pro, but it's on the cusp of the pro, I would say now. Because the bar's been set so strange enough. It's been set so high these days, as obviously more players are playing, more players think, and I definitely need to get back playing. Nice, that's gone. So there's not, you can tell the difference. They're not like, they've probably met each other quite often, so they know each other. I wouldn't say they know the style, but, the rascals are still moving around here, and the ticks. They're not really doing it. It's quite funny, isn't it? Where, by now we'd have, medium scout tanks out, we'd have blitzes out, we'd have also and the low players, and they go, we're just playing with ticks. It'd be fine. What the hell? Don't matter, They're using the scouts to see how far they are going to go with the extractor. Quite surprised that there's none up there at the moment, which is a good, you could get a couple of extractors up here, but, I suppose in a sense, if you do that, then you've got to protect it all, haven't you? So he's got quite a lot of construction, and now he's going to his pawns. There is a push with the incisor, so first time I've actually remembered the name of that. Ooh, that's a bit excessive, I think. Don't think you're going to get much done there, my friend. No, let's push back. Again, at least he got the, I think the rover out of the way this time. So Zedalot is now moving with his commander. He's going to get some of these. Whether he's going to protect them is very would be questionable. So he's trying. I think he's just trying to get a hold on the just a foothold. Sometimes you can get a foothold, you can then move on from that. But your pawns should take out these incisors perfectly fine, I would have thought. He needs some protection up at this corner where I am here, because that's a definite run by. And there's nothing to protect his wind at all. Will Tix do that? You see what I mean? So he's got a rascal in there. So now he knows that there's no protection up here. I think what happens is a lot of high players doing a lot of scouting, where people like myself and players like myself that are in the lower bands, we don't. We just it goes up from, if you're a sort of a T1 ranked here, they tend to put a lot of. They try to protect themselves with dragon's teeth and things like that, and then you learn not to do that as you get to the second and the third, and it just goes on from that. But practice makes perfect, doesn't it? That's what it's about. That incisor is going to go. The pawns should be able to take these out quite well. I'll push them back at least. And hopefully some of this is going to get actually eaten up, because there's quite a lot of metal there. And fix your units maybe, but he's probably not interested in that. He's still not protected up here, which I'm quite surprised at. It's definitely, I would say it's definitely Zedor's to lose at the moment, but it's still not a gimme. It's still not a gimme by no means. It's like, what are we going to do? Are we going to look at this or are we going to look at this? No, that's pushed him back just at the right time. But he hasn't got any energy, really, to power these. So we'll go around the back then. They should go up there, I think. You don't think you can get up there, but you can actually get up there. Yeah, you see. It's slow, obviously. High ground situation. Anakin, we know Star Wars. But there's too many of them, so that's why they're pushing them away. But hopefully he'll send some more pawns over there to protect that area. It's definitely a back, and like I said, there's no one clear winner yet. Yeah, you got 12, but I think you'll find that, yeah, so the pawns, they're nice and spread out. How is he going to engage it? Is he going to engage it sort of what I say on a corner? He wants to engage it direct, not in front like this, on the side. Because that means that mitigates any of the incisors being able to fire it, because there can only so many can fire. Here we go. This is the side. This is, no, it's just, well, it's got the rascal out the way, but not really anything. So one of the enemies really pushed far forward. That's really far. Zedor's commanders just taking it in its stride. It's difficult to know who's better at the moment, but they're still engaging each other. This should take out the incisor again. There's no. Oh well, he's got his Lazarus, so that's what I'm saying. He's going to re-get these back again. That's always good. It normally costs less to resurrect them than it does to actually make them. And obviously, if you're making your enemies, it's always nice to shove them back at them. No real push here then. He's decided to back off. One of my enemies definitely said, right, if you're not going to push me, I'm going to push you. Sometimes the best defense is offense, isn't it? No, that's going to go. That was probably a bad idea. Now, is he going to try and get in here? He certainly knows that he can see it all because he's got a radar there. Like, there's a lot more pushing at the top now. So he's gone round and he's basically gone round the back to try and take out all these incisors. So I assume that these are just cannon fodder. He's going to start building bigger units, I would assume now. Maybe not then. You see, now I've said before, I'll say it again. These are the pros play. He's got repeat on. A lot of these newer players don't use the repeat. They'll do massive amounts of these. So however he set it up, it should do like one of them. And then, it depending on how he's done it, he's probably done backfall, backfall, backfall. And then that's in the queue. So he just repeats it and just allows that to go one of them, one of them, one of them, one of them. It makes it a lot more easy there. And then you don't have to worry about... When you're in fighting mode, you don't have to worry then. The incisors should take out these light turrets, so that's another bonus to ARO. So now we're practically on half and half the map. So we're about halfway around. So it's still not... To me, it's still anybody's guess. Zerolo is definitely slightly in the lead, but not... I wouldn't say, like, drastically. I mean, obviously, distant metal, and that was 100%, but he was eating it up, so hence the reason why. That's going to go. That's to me, is a miss push. That's a lot. There's a lot happening. So Centurion will take out these. So that's the... It's still a T1, but it's the highest T1 and the bots. He's got no maces or anything, so he's just using pawn. As far as I can tell, he's just using a pawn and the Centurion at the moment. I don't know what this Lazarus is doing, but it's going around it. I thought it might have started either eating this up or getting them back again. So, there's a lot of... Well, we just wind all over. Get on. So I suppose, in a sense, if it's not in your base, then he's got to decide where to go. But it's a lot of wind. Okay. EMP. That'll stop that one in its tracks. That's not going to go anywhere ever. That's going to sit there for the rest of the game now. Take out this. Yep, take out the Lazarus. That's a good play. That's actually more important than the pawn in a way. It's too bunched up. I don't like that. I think he's just using it for cannon fodder though. He certainly wasn't over here, that's for certain. Because look, it's just sat still. Yeah, so didn't particularly like that. If you were going to just send him in, why don't you just send him in somewhere else? But, I mean, look at the amount of metal that can be eaten up here. Yeah. See what I mean? He said, yeah, reclaim. It's just given him a huge amount of reclaim. So, we got some bombers coming up from Zerolo. He doesn't... I don't think he knows about... No, he doesn't know about air, actually, either. He will now... Oh, he has got a couple of air. So we've got the missile truck. Yeah, the missile truck. The Lasher. Strange name, but there you go. Nice little run. Is he going to carry on with it, or is he just going to push back? I think he's carrying on with it. I think this is definitely a good push. This could be a winning push. If he can take out them. Yeah. Oh, don't stop. That was a mistake. I think he should have carried on. Oh. As the spectator says, yeah, in big numbers they can be strong. It's just because he didn't have a lot of defence, though, and he was building bombers, that's the thing. If he'd have been building vehicles, I think he would have been okay. I think this might be it. This is definitely the best. Eat them up. That's it. Eat them up. Eat the pawns up for your construction. No, that's a good push. That's it. If he takes out that could be it then. We're getting close. It was touch and go. It was that. I think it's the transition that he did to air. I think that was probably the wrong choice. But there's fine margins in this game, and experience counts. But like I said, I've not seen Spontaneity before, so and basically they're all on T1. The lowest units are He's given up. GG. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Obviously, that was a high class game, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.